Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel if you're a subscriber. Today I'm going to be looking at a 6 month blueprint on learning music production. Yes, I'm going to condense everything I've learned and everything I've known. So if you're a beginner producer, make sure you watch this video. Get your pen and paper and jot down because I'm going to go in exclusively into it in depth. So for the very first thing, we're going to need a laptop. Yes, I recommend a laptop and not a desktop because of mobility. When a rapper or the artist needs you to work in a different location other than your studio, you need to be able to move across different locations, and you can actually do that with a desktop. You actually need a laptop. And most producers ask me, what's the best laptop they need to get? And I'll be honest, get the best laptop you can afford. Yes, the minimum requirement is 8 gig of RAM, maybe 500 gig on storage, and maybe a CPU of 1 Core i3. Yes, this is, let me show you my system requirements. I have 16 gig RAM, Core i5. My graphics card is not so good, and I have like 256 gig of SSD. Now, this laptop is not even really convenient, but it gets the jobs done. So the best place to get a laptop right now is shopinverse.com, and you can use my code classified to get a discount. So let's start with month one. So like I said, it's a 6 month blueprint. You're going to need 6 months. So let's start month one. Now the goal: understand music production, understand how music production works, and get comfortable with a DAW. Yes, a DAW stands for Digital Audio Workstation. Now, what are the steps? Pick a DAW and stick to it. Now, there are different types: FL Studio, Ableton, Logic, Reaper, GarageBand, Pro Tools. In this channel, I basically use FL Studio and Reaper personally. Now, what are we learning? Learn what a DAW is, learn tempo, learn BPM, learn difference between bars and beats, know the difference between what a MIDI and audio is, and how to actually record a MIDI and an audio, how to load sounds, samples, plugins. Then you're going to be watching beginner tutorials for your exact DAW. Yes, how to load it up, how to load sounds, those beginner tutorials. That's what you're going to be in the month one. Then you create simple beats, even if they sound trash. Yes, in your month one, you're just getting started. Don't be hurtful on yourself. You're going to make some whack beats, but just keep going. Now, daily habits: 1 to 2 hours inside the DAW. No mixing, no perfection. Just learn the buttons. Yes, you need to be comfortable. Imagine when you got a new smartphone, you're not trying to be an expert on that smartphone. You're just trying to like get comfortable with it. No, anytime you make a mistake, you cancel it. You go back. You go it again. So you're just trying to get comfortable inside your digital audio workstation. So that's what you'll be doing in month one. So what are we going to then the next month two, we're going to be learning beats, melodies, and rhythm. Then what's the goal? Learn how music is built. Yes. So we're going to be learning what? Basic music theory. Only what you need. Now, I've dived deeper into music theory, and I've realized that you don't really need much in order to make beats. We're not classically trained musicians here. All we need is the basic music theory to learn how to make music. So we're going to be learning scales, major and minor scales. That's the only ones you need to know. Forget about the rest. We don't need them in modern music. Then scales, chord and chord progression. Yes, different type of chord progression. The 1, the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you need to actually know what they sound like and how to use them. Rhythm and groove. Then practice. You're going to learn how to make drum patterns for hip hop, trap, Afrobeat, drill, or any genre of music you actually want to produce. Then simple melodies using stock plugins. Yes, you need to actually know how to use the simple stock plugins. I would advise you to get paid plugins initially. Just learn how to make melodies on stock plugins. Then start using loops, but also try creating from scratch. Yes, if you're not comfortable with making melodies at the initial stages, you can use loops. You can use loops to make your beats, but learn how to actually make melodies from scratch. Weekly target: make 5 to 7 beats per week. Yes, if you make 1 beat per day, that'll give you around 7 beats at the end of the week. So you have finished them, don't overthink. Yes, please save your beats whenever you finish, no matter how whack they sound. Yes, no matter how trashy, no matter how annoyed you are at your beats, try to save them. That'll be month 2. Now, what are we doing in month 3? Sound selection and arrangement. Yes, sound selection and arrangement. By now, you should have gotten comfortable in your DAW and your music theory, so your beats have started sounding good. Then what's the goal of month three? Make beats that sound like real songs. Yes, make beats that sound like real songs. This one, we're not just making patterns on the channel rack. We're actually making songs. So we're going to be learning arrangement. Then we're going to be learning song structures. That means the intro, the hook, the verse, the bridge, and the outro. So we're going to be studying reference tracks. Drag your songs into you love into your DAW. Copy their structure. So what this means actually means that like a song you actually like, you drag it into your DAW, in this maybe in this case FS Studio, and you can use time markers to know, okay, how many bars is the intro, how many bars is the verse, how many bars is the hook, how many bars is the outro. Okay, they moved from a intro to a verse, then to a chorus, then to a pre-chorus, then the outro. The more you practice this, the more you actually see patterns on what works, and you actually learn how to actually structure your songs properly. Then you learn sound selection. Yes, different genre of music actually have different sounds they use. Like in trap, there's a different the sounds that they use are totally different from the sounds you hear in maybe like reggaeton or another genre of music, maybe like the Afro pop and the Afro beat. Yeah, sometimes there is a similarity in the sounds, but in order to get the exact sound of that genre, you need to actually learn sound selection intentionally. Choosing the right drums, bass, and melodies, less sounds, better choices. Yes, in this stage you learn the difference between the spin 08 and the Z808 and the Lex Luger clap, Lex Luger hi-hats. All those sounds, it comes with intentional sound selection. So we're practicing remake 2 to 3 beats for learning purposes, then start exporting beats regularly. Yes, the best way to actually learn how to produce beats is actually trying to remake beats. Yeah, during my time I actually remade a bunch of beats. Yeah, I remember making Mask Off by Metro Boomin. I just downloaded the sample online, chop it up, watched a few tutorials by Internet Money and Aiden Kenway, and I remade the Mask Off beat. I posted it online on one of my socials. You can check it out. It didn't sound good like the original, but at least I did it. Then month 4, yeah, we're progressing. Month 4, mixing basics, keep it simple. Now, by when you've been watching enough tutorials, you should have been learning. You should have been hearing concepts like compression, EQ, reverb, and delay. But in this month, that's when you're going to actually focus more on mixing, how to actually make your sound good. So what's the goal? Make your beat sound clean, not muddy. We're going to be learning the essentials, gain staging. That is how loud each element of your beat is. We're going to be learning EQ. EQ is short for equalization. We're going to be cutting unnecessary frequencies. Then compression. Compression is just a dynamic control, basic control, not MIDI. You're going to be learning the behind the scenes of a compressor. It's funny how not a lot of producers are comfortable with compressors because it just feel like guesswork. We are going to tweak it until it sounds good, but no, we're going to actually you need to actually learn the basic controls of a compression, like the ratio, the attack, the release, all those important parameters of a compressor, so that you'll be actually making your beat sound good. You're not just guessing. Then reverb and delay. Reverbs and delay too. Yeah. So we don't really, let's keep this. Rules: use mostly stock plugins. Yes, like I said, you don't need to actually be plugin hungry at this point in time. Learn the basics with stock plugins, then you will move on to paid plugins when you are most comfortable. Fix problems at sound selection first. Yes, there's this saying that you can't polish a turd. Yeah, so what that means is that fix your problem at the initial stages first, instead of like waiting till the mix and master stage before you start fixing your problems. So weekly target: mix at least 5 beats. Yes, you make the beat, you arrange the beat, then you polish it up by mixing it. Then you compare the before and after, turn off all the plugins and listen to the beat whether it sounds good or it sounds whack. Then month 5, building branding, consistency, and feedback. Yes, you've gotten comfortable with making beats and you can now start calling yourself a producer. Then so our goal is start acting like a producer, not a hobbyist. Yes, you are being intentional about the music production now. So you start with basics of branding. Pick a producer name. My name is classified. Choose 1 to 2 genres to focus on. Create account on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and BeatStorm. You can use BeatStars and you can use Airbeat. And there's a new beat selling platform right now called Browse Beats, which allows you to upload 100 tracks for free. BeatStars only allows you to upload 10, and the pricing is a little bit expensive for beginners. So I'm going to put the link for BrowseBeat in the description, so you can check out the description. I'm going to actually put resources for everything I've mentioned here. Yeah. So the next step is start uploading beats consistently. Yes, on your TikTok, on your YouTube channel, on BeatStars, just anywhere people can actually find your music. Then ask for feedback. Ask for feedback from other producers and artists. Yes. One thing about producers is that we are mostly locked in inside our rooms, so we feel like our beats sound at the best in the world. Your beats can rival Metro Booming, but when you get feedback from experienced producers, they'll tell you that, oh, this part of your beat does not sound nice. Work on this, improve this, improve this. Then real-time feedback, not haters. I mean, real-time feedback from experienced people. Then you actually improve your beats. Content habits, you post beat snippets, screen recordings, made this beat today. Just keep showing people that, oh, I made this, and people will know that, oh, this guy is actually a producer, he's getting serious with this. If I want to work on the music, I'll contact him to help me polish it. Then month 6, yeah, this is the last month of our journey. Collaboration and monetization basics. Yes, go turn skills into opportunities. Steps: start reaching out to artists, DMs, email, WhatsApp, IG, Twitter, any one you're most comfortable with. The offer: free beats for exposure, 50-50 splits, custom beats. Then you're going to, so that's what you'll be offering to artists at this time, because if you did month 4 properly, you should have been comfortable with your beats, and they've heard that you actually can produce. So when you actually reach out to them, you will have a bunch of evidence on your social media handles that they can check out to know that, oh yes, this guy is actually a very dope producer, and they'll be willing to work with you. So you actually learn the basics of beat licensing. Yeah, the difference between a non-exclusive beat and an exclusive beat, and the pricing on how to actually price your beats properly so that artists don't take advantage of you. Then you upload your beats regularly on your beat stores and your YouTube. You improve weak areas based on your feedback. So yes, if a producer tells you that you're an experienced producer, tell you that your mixes are muddy, you actually know that, okay, yes, it's coming from the low end. If a producer tell you that, oh, your snare is not punchy enough, you actually know that, okay, this is the effect I have to apply on this, or maybe I have to change the sound entirely for me to get a more punchy snare. So all those feedback will actually improve your beats. Then at the end of month 6, this is what you should be able to have achieved. Know your dog confidently, finish beat fast, have 50 to 100 beats made in under 6 months. Yes, it's possible. Be comfortable working with artists. Be ready to grow or specialize further. So that's what you actually be able to learn after 6 months with this plan. Now, this is the important truth. You don't need studio monitors. You don't need keyboards. You don't need expensive plugin. What you need is consistency, daily DAW time, and finished projects. Yeah. So this is what you'll be doing under 6 months. I tried to actually plan on making videos of this, but I realized that there are already videos on YouTube that actually explain this thing in depth. So I'll be listing them out in the description, from tutorials that I actually watched during my time. So what I'll be doing in this channel is that I'll just move and be showing you tips and tricks and how I make my beats actually sound good the way they are. So I won't be showing you all the beginner basics like, oh, this is the channel rack, this is what the key is, this is what the scale is. No, I'll actually link you the sources in the description of this video so that you can actually check them out and improve yourself. So see you in my next video. Thank you very much. Like and subscribe.